Speak it out and sing it loud. Speak it out. Welcome, everybody. You're tuned into Adelante with Arlene, and this is the updates that we do. This is me and DJ Johnny C from Club Planet B. Welcome, Johnny.
Welcome, Arlene. It is a pleasure being on your show once again. Adelante with Arlene, and I promote you every week on Club Planet Beat Thursday nights at 7 o'clock live.
That's right. You heard that? Did you hear that? Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. And don't you forget it.
Yes.
Johnny, people are loving us to collaborate like we're doing. They just giving a whole lots of thumbs up. Oh, wow. Crazy things are happening here. Woohoo! So much energy. My background fell. Did y'all see that? Woo! Energy.
The Lord is with you.
Hey, listen. This segment is Speak It Out, Sing It Loud on Adelante with Arlene again with DJ Johnny C Club Planet B. We like to get together and just chat to try to just inform you, entertain you, and make you laugh a little bit with our personalities. So DJ Johnny C, I've been seeing some clips. I am excited. You've been going around New York. Tell us about that.
Oh my God. We took Planet Beat on the road. First, we went out to beautiful Long Island, went to the Hamptons, went to Cedar Beach and Mount Sinai. We were everywhere. Then we took it to Manhattan. Our journey started at Penn Station, went to Madison Square Garden. I'm talking literally right in front of Madison Square Garden. With a 10-foot long, 9-foot high banner of Planet Beat. Can you imagine the people looking at us in the city saying, who are these guys? But they loved it. They loved it. The T-shirts. We brought Planet Beat on the go, on location. We went to the Theater District, Wall Street, the Freedom Tower, the waterfalls, the harbor with Staten Island behind us, and ended our journey on Coney Island on the boardwalk. We got it all on video. It was one incredible day.
Oh, goodness. I would have loved to have been able to do that with you. I'm missing out. I mean, New York is, my home, and it has the best scenic locations for you to do any kind of recording, taping, taking pictures. It's just fabulous. I've been enjoying that. You taking us to this little journey. I love it, love it, love it. And I want to thank right now the Club Planet Beat community who has come and joined me on Adelante with Arlene. Thank you so much for coming through, coming by, and supporting me. So, Johnny, what's new? What's coming up? I know that you take your time and trying to create some wonderful playlists that you create yourself. And not only create like you're copying music, I mean, you're creating it, you're mixing it, you're changing it up. What's coming up soon? You have something coming up for, I think, if I'm mistaken, for the 9/11, kind of a, a memorial.
Well, I have a tribute video, 9/11 Planet Beat tribute video from the Freedom Tower, World Trade One. We have some incredible footage, incredible pictures. I mean, crystal clean, beautiful pictures of the tower. I put a video together. It's 15 minutes long. It's got 3 videos of us, incredible pictures, a summary of 9/11 at the very beginning. I really think the Planet Beat Nation is going to love it. Thursday night, and we're going to be airing that Thursday night, 9/9/21, 7 o'clock on YouTube, Twitch, Mixcloud, and Facebook Live. Then I'm going to be playing a freestyle mega mix that I did in the studio. It took me about 3 weeks. And this is volume 4. I've done 3 already, and they really, really loved them. So I had to do another one. Then I'm doing a special 9/11 Planet Beach show Saturday night. I'm going to have veterans on. I'm going to
Wow.
replay the video again, and we are going to kill it Saturday night. I'm going to have one of the heroes that served in for our country and is a big supporter of everything in our country. He served in the forces. He's on the COVID relief task force, I believe. He's doing everything. His name is Charles Rosado. He is the Planet Beat president, the Planet Beat Nation president, and one of the best guys you could ever get.
That's great. I look forward to it. You see, that's the difference, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. When it comes to DJ Johnny C's show and his community of wonderful followers and new friends and fans, and the difference between mine is the fact that we try our best, and we say this humbly, to input our the uniqueness in which God has created us to have, and we try to put it out there in the way and with the skills that we have. I'm doing it with the faith based, not that I can't do it with music, because we all know that I am and was a freestyle singer, and you do it with music. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Johnny, we had a conversation off camera, and it was that I feel, the Bible tells us that the older, the mature, right, in the faith are supposed to deposit in the younger to help them, to spur them up in the faith. Well, let's talk about in our talents. So we have talents and skills and life experiences that somehow seem old to many people these days because things have changed, and people say, well, that's the way they did it back in the day. Well, I am here to say that there are still so many great things that were done one way back in the day that still should be prevalent in today and are beneficial for us today. Now, that's a big can of worms because that can go either way. I can speak about faith in that, which now that gave me an idea, I will do a video on that. And now we're going to just talk about our music, my talent, your talent. Johnny, it bothers me when I see a lot of the younger DJs. Okay, they're succeeding and there's a lot of hype around them and all that, but I really feel that they're losing out on something that is so great when it comes to music. You see, music isn't just playing and mixing and putting together one song and making a good transition with another and hyping up the people. That's just a record player, a radio.
Right.
That's what that is to me. And Johnny, what would you say in love and in your wisdom to a young DJ? I don't care about the numbers. I don't care if they got millions of followers. They ain't gonna last. All they're doing is being a record player, a radio, a cassette. I'm going back there. They just being a CD. They are not using their talents in the way that we know a DJ should be, or a master mixer. What would you tell a young person?
Well, the first thing I want to touch on is you are so much more than a freestyle artist. You are a true singer. You are so much more than that. I just want the people to know that.
Thank you.
I enjoyed so much playing your Latin track on my show last week that words can't describe it. I couldn't wait to play that. The other thing I want to say, music, the love for it comes from within. It's not just about getting up there and doing a set. And I've said this before on Planet Beat. You can go to a show, a concert, and you'll see a guy on electric guitar murdering it on the guitar. I mean, going off. And say Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin or Joe Perry from Aerosmith, and they'll just be standing there and they won't be moving much, but it's coming from the inside. The talent that will go into those fingers, and they will just kill it without really moving much at all. And that's what I'm saying when I mean it comes from the inside. It's something that comes deep within. It's not about a guy getting up there, a DJ, with a small little controller and doing a freaking wedding with it, as opposed to a guy like me who would have turntables and speakers and a mixer and bring the true DJ form to what I'm doing. Like, I don't knock those guys, but when I represent, I'm going to do it the way I think it should be done. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm old school, but
what would you recommend for them to do so they can actually stand out? They would stand out if they would incorporate something.
you're
What would that
talking about an identity. And I've spoken about that hundreds of times on the show. And it's called being disciplined. Unless you're disciplined as a DJ, you're not going to get that identity that stands out amongst the best. And that's how I did it. If you're all over the place and you're good, yeah, you're good, but you're just all over the place, you're just going to be another jock that's good. If you're a disciplined DJ and you have formats that are done a certain way that really catches people's ear, you're gonna stand out amongst the millions and millions of DJs, and you're gonna make a name for yourself. I was fortunate to do it through the radio, and that's what molded me into what I am today. I was one of those guys that was good, but I was wild. I was all over the place. But when you do a radio show, there is no being all over the place. You have a format to go by and a program director and a lot of people that you're dealing with. And let me tell you, it made me what I am today. I thank God that He gave me the opportunity, and it was only the Lord who brought that to me and put it in my lap that brought me to the next level as a DJ, where I got into what you did called the industry. And you know all about it. Once your foot enters into the industry, whether it's a DJ or a singer, some kind of artist, something where you're in that clique, um, it's something that you have to experience to know what I'm talking about. You're definitely at a higher level, correct?
Yeah, what I believe happens, and is happening to a lot of the younger generation, is that they are keeping their eyes more on the prize instead of taking more, like you said, discipline and more pride per se, in the craft. And I think the craft is being lost. I do believe in modern technology. Obviously, I'm here, streaming right now with you in two different states. I believe in that. But I believe that the younger people want to be so validated. Everything goes so fast and their success. But I'm sorry, that's to me like a person. Many people in this world can sing. Many people can carry a tune. I mean, it's like, forget about it. When you go to church, like I've been to in New York, you're like a pea in a pod. Everybody could like, woo, they can belt it out. Okay.
Right.
But you have to find your uniqueness. I think there's more longevity and long standing in allowing God to show you what makes you so unique. And it's not so much about the hype. The hype is nice, and the way you package it, it is nice, and market it is nice. But when things get, it's like watching a futuristic movie. Like a lot of the good DJs from the past, some old school DJs, they still legends right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like
Shep
for
Pettibone.
Instance, oh my God, there's
Shep
so many of
Pettibone.
them. Oh my God, everything keeps falling on me.
Shep Pettibone. There's a name right there. That's just one.
You know who I find also quite fascinating, and he's also on all the medias, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, that guy is, I would have to say,
and that's old school.
The best DJ, and I've showcased him on my show with his track, The Magnificent Jazzy Jeff. Now that was done in the late 80s. There is nobody better than him on the turntables.
You know,
Nobody.
I mean, you know that
Nobody.
Will Smith, that's his buddy for life. Will Smith knows good music. You know what I'm
Will
saying?
Smith
And
is a good
you know what I'm saying?
MC. I don't know if these
Absolutely.
young cats know that.
You
He
know,
is incredible, and he
it,
doesn't
it,
use foul language.
it's amazing.
It's
It's
incredible.
amazing. Yeah. And we got the little Louis Vegas, still hitting it
Oh,
hard
he
out
was a
there.
legend.
Incredible and still legendary. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, young people. These people are still legendary. And I mean, still sharp with their skills, old school and new school put together. They don't miss a beat, these people. And I don't mean they don't make little money, even though that wasn't their passion. At the beginning, it was more about the passion for the craft, for what they're doing. And the success came with it. What's happening with all the young people is they're looking at the ching ching money first, and they're not developing the skill, and they're just becoming a bunch of robots. I mean, when
Right.
little Louis Vega throws a party out there in New York City, I mean, he got a great following beyond New York City. This is a livelihood. You know what I'm saying? This is working in the industry, still producing records, still mixing records, still doing these things. And that does not happen with a bunch of robots. You
Well,
know,
what I'm doing on Planet Beat is bringing the younger generation to our world.
it's a good
And I
thing
am.
because we love them too. We just
And
want to
people
school
tell
them.
me this.
Yeah.
People tell me this every week. And that's what I want to do. Bring everybody back to I think the 80s were the greatest times in our lives. In my life, there was nothing like the clubs in the 80s. Nothing. And I
I
try and bring us back to those times.
I enjoyed all that, but I want to tell you, as young as I was, because I was only 19 years old when I first hit the professional stage per se. But I was always old fashioned. You see, I didn't fit like everybody else. I didn't try to be like anybody else. And I think that even though I was singing freestyle, and I'm not tooting my own horn, that other people might have gone on and continued to stay consecutive and succeed, are still succeeding more and more and more, let's say, with their old music. But that's just not me. I do evolve with the time, and I do love freestyle music. I was part of the history, guys. You got to listen to me. I ain't boasting. There was no freestyle music when I started. I am part of the history. I'm not the only
Absolutely.
one. I'm not the only one, but I am part of making the history of what is known today as freestyle music. But one thing that I always prided myself in is to know that I was a vocalist. I am a singer. I say I'm a freestyle singer because that's familiar to my fans, to my friends, but that is not all I do. And I think the hardest thing for me is when your fans don't follow you when you're trying to seguir adelante, to go forward, which is what Adelante with Arlene is doing. They want to keep you stuck there. Some want to go ahead and get too modern, and some want to get too stuck. Well, I'm a vocalist. I'm a singer. I can sing anything you give me. And when I watch these shows and these competitions and stuff, I'm not impressed by high notes, great vibrato, sustaining, this and that. I can listen to somebody that might be off in pitch and can hear the passion and I could see that how much it could be in them. That's in them. You understand what I'm saying? I don't jump to the everything that glitters is not gold. You get what I'm saying? I'm just not. When I am a judge of anybody singing, I'm pretty tough. I'm a harsh judge because you could hit all the most beautiful notes and you could be so on pitch and you could be so in shape, and I'm chubby now, and all the above. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you don't have that gritty passion, that sincere passion that I can see no matter what from miles away in their eyes, their heart coming out through them singing, I don't like you. You're just another one of the millions of others that are out there.
Well,
That
I want people to know, first off, right away, you were before the cover girls, you were before Sweet Sensation, You were before all of them. You were 1984, right?
Yeah. I was during the time of Sapphire, Judy Torres, TKA, Noel. We were, that was tippy top beginning. When I had gone, because I knew Noel from before we were singers, we'd hang out, in the Bronx.
He's great.
So I remember when uh he used to be a busboy at one of the clubs, and I was just about to release my first record with Leather and Lace. So actually, I think he and I came out very close to timing. But during the time that I came out, he had still not come out yet, but it was right there. So we were from the beginning. Information Society, Nice and Wild, we, Nocera.
Oh,
We
that
are,
was some great stuff.
we are old school.
Yeah, but those were 86. I'm talking about 84. There really wasn't anybody in 84.
No, in
That was
84,
86.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now, but I'm not gonna name names. In 1984, when we performed, people that are now recording artists that like to boast a whole lot were literally our audience. They were not recording artists.
That's what I'm saying.
They were there watching Leather and Lace do their first show in La Mirage in the Bronx. I have the VHS tape of that night.
The cover girls were 86. So was
Yes.
Nocera and all the
A
other
lot
ones.
of them were later, but there
Sweet
is a hand.
Sensation.
Yeah, there is a hand. A handful that would definitely from the beginning, and of course we can never exclude TKA. They were there because
they're legends.
they've been there. Because I came out of a club, and when I came out of a club, and it was super duper late in the morning, I bumped into one of the members of TKA. That was my first meeting with the member. God rest his soul. And a friend of mine that was with me knew him, and he invited us to the session. And that's the first time I met TKA.
Well,
TKA, and I'm talking about TKA when La India, which is Linda, was with them. I'm talking about TKA, as we all know, the original first TKA. I love my brothers that exist now in TK. I'm fine with that. I'm just giving you a little bit of history on the beginnings and the reality and the beginnings of that. And so these guys were already in the studio. They were doing their music, and they were just whoop. They were like already, during that time. Yeah, people forget, Johnny, and people. We have great fans. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not going to criticize my fans because I have fans, but there's something about just the uniqueness that we need to find in ourselves. Everybody wants to emulate somebody else. And while I was growing up, I did that for purposes of disciplining my voice, listening to Barbra Streisand, listening to Marlena Shaw, listening to, Let Me Be Your Angel. I forgot
Stacey Lattisaw.
Listening to Denise Williams, hear her piercing notes, listening to Minnie Rippleton, listening to the Stylistics, and listening to all their voices, and I imitated. That's because I was studying. That was my way of learning how to sing. I had the talent, but these were my teachers. My little 45s, they were my teachers.
Right.
But that's different. But when you are growing up in the generation of now, everybody wants to be, I don't want to name their names, this artist and that artist. And I see an award show and everybody's wearing the same kind of styles. And the girls are wearing the same kind of, like, I don't know, jumpsuit thingies, whatever they're wearing, half naked. And they just all kind of looking the same. That's boring to me. That's boring. Their sound is similar and everything. But you know who does that too? It's not just the artists that do this. It's the record labels, because they want to make money.
Yeah, they want to promote them and they want to showcase them.
Yeah, they want whatever they call as being commercial, And that's the thing with me. I had a voice, and I am grateful that the labels that I worked with allowed me to have a voice. I had an input on what I wanted to wear. I had an input on what I wanted to sing, how I wanted to sing it. And I'm grateful for that. And I think that it's not about being a diva in this business as a singer. It's about putting yourself in a position that you have an input in what you want to do. You can't say no to some things. I mean, if you signed and you contracted to certain things, then you ain't got no choice. But if you get smart, it's important that you get involved in your own, and what's going on. That's why a lot of the people that are very successful from old school, they don't bother with that. They got stuff on their own labels now. They weren't, what money were they making? The most money that they had to make was for us was performances. Till this day, it's still performances. It wasn't royalties. It wasn't royalties.
No.
They got a good documentary, guys. Go check it out. I don't know if it's on Hulu or YouTube, but it's on royalties and record labels and how they rip people off. To this day, we ain't talking about My Little Freestyle Times. I'm talking about big mega recording artists that are out there right now that you're listening to. So Johnny, all that glitters is not gold. I always say that.
Yeah. So in closing, what would you like to say to the Planet Beat
I don't know, Johnny.
Nation?
I talked a lot, Johnny. I talked a lot.
Well, I'm gonna roll with it.
It's your turn, Johnny.
I just want to say the Planet Beat Nation loves you. They love seeing you on Planet Beat. And like you said, I'm rolling with my own thing. I'm not counting on anybody else. I am taking Planet Beat above and beyond. I have a big future ahead of me with it. I have some good ideas. And what I like to do every week is bring everybody back to the block. The block is where we all hung out. It was a mixture of 40 or 50 people, Latinos, whites, blacks. We were just all one big family. Great DJs, great people, just a great time era for us.
It was great. We used to go to clubs. When I pre to my being a recording artist, teenagers used to be able to get clubs. They didn't ID us. That was crazy, right?
We didn't have pictures on our ID.
So I was like, I don't know, 16 years old. I was in a club.
Me too.
I mean, that's young. I was young. And so we were in the Gotham's West and the Gotham's East. And then there's the Fun House. And then there was the garage, the loft and all these awesome places. And the beautiful thing was that we used to go to a club and it was all about the music and dancing. It was about the community. And yeah, some fights broke out sometimes because silliness always could happen. But the truth of the matter is, most of the battles that they had were battles on the dance floor.
Yeah.
They were literally competitive dancing on street dancers right on the dance floor. And I would be with Brooklyn and Long Island, and we were just all together. And it was a really good, like you said, I enjoyed very much the club scene back then. Enjoyed it really a whole lot, because it was a community of people who loved the music. And I think that that's what made freestyle for me and Leather and Lace and me Sholo successful at that time. It was because that was still that community. It was that community that they loved music and they loved the artists that did the music, and that's what keeps it alive now for many of the other artists, is that they love that time. And we are able to bring them back to that time when we go and we sing up on stage, and they love that memory. You're right, Johnny. Johnny, we need to start thinking about what me and you can do, since we're in two different states, that, like I said, that could bring on, because your fans have become my fans too. And my people are on your page too.
Well, that's not a hard thing.
Yeah, so that we can do something creative. But guys, I want to tell you that, God willing, in December for my birthday month, we're going to do something on the Club Planet Beat. And I'm going to be the guest on DJ Johnny C's show, but it's going to be Arlene all the way, because it's going to be my birthday.
Arlene night.
And we're going to get in Arlene's favorite music. So it's not only Arlene's music playing, but I will let Johnny know a lot of my favorites, because Johnny got it all, all the old stuff that we like from growing up. And Johnny's going to hook that up, and he's going to do this great, great mix. And we're trying to hook up for me to sing live a medley that Johnny's going to do. and that's going to be great. It's not easy to do sound wise, but because I don't have a mixing board, I don't know how that's going to sound with the music and my vocal, because I'm here and the music will be, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'll still sing for you.
It's going
I'll
to
still
sound
sing for
great.
you.
It's going to sound
I'll
great.
still sing for you. And we want to do giveaways, guys. Go check out. You know, DJ Johnny C has t-shirts and other accessories and mugs on the Club Planet Beat, but it's under Teespring under DJ Johnny C, correct? Is that what it's under?
It's DJJohnnyCProductions.com.
And please remember that everything that we do costs money. So there is a way to donate by PayPal. Go check out DJ Johnny C on Thursday, or the link will be on my description box, and you can go and donate to help move on the work for, you know, Club Planet Beat. And for myself, you could do the same. You can just, I don't have a PayPal hooked up, but you can reach it and get me through the Anchor.fm under Adelante with Arlene, where there is a support button, and you can then send any monetary amount. Would be such a help for me, because by the way, this camera was given to me as a gift by DJ Johnny C, and the microphone as well, because we like to help each other out in whichever way we possibly can. So Johnny, we look forward to that, and we look forward to together co-hosting. Johnny, maybe we can set up that you and I would piggyback on one stream interviewing somebody, you know?
I would like to have you on Planet Beat for the whole show. I want to do Planet Beat through StreamYard and have you on the screen with me just like this the whole night. It's only 2 hours.
But I'm going to think about an artist that maybe I'll see about it, that we can both piggyback and
that would be great.
Interview them. And because you have your perspective and your questions, and I have mine, and we could do something different. I'll see which artist that might be. You know, I do everything and pray about it, and then I'll just make some calls.
I think you know a couple.
Yeah, well, some of them are quite stuffy, and you have to go through a manager, you know, and I know them way too long for that nonsense. Give me a break.
Well,
come on now. You don't have to go through manager for me.
You're one of the originals. That's a no-brainer.
Talk to me, and I'll tell you my schedule.
What I want to say in closing, one, if it wasn't for the Lord Jesus Christ,
amen,
giving me everything I have in my life, I would have nothing. This is only because of him. He gives me everything I need in my life, and Planet Beat's success is only because of the Lord. And it blew up like you would not believe. The Planet Beat Nation is huge. It's getting bigger and bigger. And the future of Planet Beat is in the hands of my listeners. And moving forward in the future, I want to get hats to give away. I want to get t-shirts. 20 t-shirts to give away are $250. Now, I'm not complaining about it, but what I need is people to help out and help me with the expenses of the show. To do a live mix show, it costs money. To be a true professional and bring it to the level I want to bring it to, being on the radio all these years, I know what to do. I need the help so I can bring the best I possibly can every Thursday night for all the people that tune in to Club Planet Beat. And they're all wonderful people. And God bless every one of you for spending your summer with DJ Johnny C and your winter last year. I'm looking forward to this winter coming up, the fall, to bring Planet Beat to the next level. And we're going to be going on the road again, and you're going to see the videos and, help me take it to the next level. Remember, like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Donate when you can. It's not what you give, it's that you care enough to do it for the show.
Yes, and thank you all my supporters from Adelante with Arlene, also from, again, Club Planet Beat. As well, I do have t-shirts, whatever in monetary amount you can help, so that I can get more mics. I like to get everything hooked up so I can do a little bit more singing with DJ Johnny C. on his show exclusively. And we just want to thank you. We love you. We just want to let you know that the reason we ask for these things is because, yeah, it costs money. The electricity, the lights, and everything that it takes for us to just sit here that may look simple is not simple. And the frustration that I have when my back just falls on me too. How's that, guys? But we love you all, and we thank you for your support. We thank you for your love. We thank you for following us. Please, if you have not subscribed to Club Planet B with DJ Johnny C, please do so. If you have not subscribed to Adelante with Arlene, please do so. We're both here on YouTube. And what do I say at the end of every video and every podcast?
Sigue adelante. I got it this time.
Until next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Sigue adelante. You are watching Speak It Out and Sing It Loud on Adelante with Arlene. Let me inspire.